Guiding humanity to tranquility. An angelic oath to awaken inner calm. Chapter 1: The Struggle for Inner Peace. The two angels sat among the clouds, looking down upon earth. Below them, streams of humans scurried about in a frenzy, their faces tense with worry and urgency. Humans seemed to struggle deeply with maintaining inner calm, remarked Serena, her voice tinged with compassion. This world they have created moves so rapidly, it sweeps many away in its currents. Raphael nodded sagely, his white wings folded behind him. Yes, stillness eludes many of them. They react to everything, like leaves tossed about in a storm. Serena continued observing the scenes below. People yelled angrily in traffic jams. Others checked phones compulsively with stressed frowns. It is the mind that disturbs them so, she murmured. It drives them constantly towards motion and activity, denying them rest. If only they could understand the power that lies in stillness, in tranquil consciousness untainted by the mind's endless noise, Raphael replied. But few humans comprehended amidst their busy lives. They watched as people rushed frenetically between meetings and errands. No one paused to appreciate the present moment. Always seeking, striving, wanting. But never at peace, never content. Serena said sadly. Raphael spoke, we must find ways to guide them, to plant seeds that may blossom into an awakening. We must illuminate the path to inner calmness that they struggle to find alone. Serena nodded, a renewed sense of purpose shining in her celestial eyes. Yes, even the smallest beacon of light can illuminate the way for lost souls. We shall try. The two angels spread their wings to descend and bring hope to the turbulent world below. Chapter 2: Lost in the Winds of Change. The angels glided silently over the world below them. In a bustling city, they observed humans engrossed in their devices, oblivious to the present moment surrounding them. Look how they lose themselves in those screens, addicted to constant stimuli, Serena remarked. It fractures their attention, pulling them in endless directions. Raphael nodded in agreement. The winds of change blow them about restlessly. Each new notification or distraction sweeps them away from stillness and self-reflection. They watched as people frantically checked text messages while crossing busy intersections absent-mindedly. Others scrolled through social media with bored, vacant stares. In their pursuit of the next thing, they overlook the riches in front of them, said Serena. Indeed. By reacting to each impulse and craving, they expend their precious energy. If only they could detach and find tranquility in this moment. Raphael looked thoughtful as he observed the preoccupied souls below. Just then, the angels noticed a young woman sitting alone in a park. She appeared content simply watching the trees sway gently in the breeze. Look there, Serena said brightly. She anchors herself in stillness amidst the turmoil. The woman closed her eyes, as if meditating. Yes. See how calmness radiates from her? Raphael replied. She is not swept away by the winds of change. We must guide more to follow her lead. Serena smiled at this pocket of peace in the rushing world. We shall help them turn within, find their inner compass, and discover the tranquility that resides in each soul. Chapter 3: Breaking Free of Expectations. The angels descended into a bustling office building where workers typed rapidly at computers, answering constant calls and emails. Their shoulders were tense, brows furrowed. Here the humans bind themselves to stressful expectations, observed Raphael. How heavily the pressure weighs on them, Serena nodded. Yes, they react to each task and demand urgently. But true peace requires surrendering attachment to results. The angels noticed one worker who leaned back to take a deep breath after finishing a project, rather than jumping hurriedly to the next task. See how this one finds calm by letting go of the need to control outcomes, said Raphael hopefully. Just then a bell chimed, signaling the worker's lunch break. Most quickly rushed to continue working while eating. But a few calmly ate their food without hurry. One woman gazed out the window appreciatively. In stillness the soul's whisper can be heard, Serena remarked. We must awaken them to moments of pause, to nurture rather than neglect their spirits, Raphael agreed. Each day holds opportunities to be present if only they learn to listen. We will help them break free of ceaseless expectations to find peace. Their wings shimmered in the office light as they shared ideas to remind humanity of the tranquility that abides within each person when expectations are released. Chapter 4: Finding Strength Through Stillness. The angels traveled to a stormy coastline where violent waves crashed against the rocks. Most people ran for cover. But some stared calmly at the ocean's turbulence. This tempest mirrors the inner turmoil many humans experience, mused Raphael. Yet those who stand in stillness discover their strength. Serena nodded in agreement as she observed those contemplating the storms with equanimity. They know inner calm cannot be shaken if they anchor themselves consciously. It is the source of spiritual power. A young boy clung anxiously to his mother as thunder boomed overhead. In contrast, an elderly man stood meditatively under a tree, letting the rain soak him. We must show more souls the power of stillness, said Serena. Like that wise elder, if they are anchored, life's storms cannot uproot them. Raphael smiled as the man breathed purposefully, unperturbed by the external uproar. Yes, true peace comes not by avoiding storms, but abiding calmly within them. Just then the clouds parted to reveal a radiant sunset. The angels felt hope that humanity would awaken to stillness, finding refuge within against all turmoil life brings. As the sun slipped below the waves, the angels flew off into the dusk, renewed in their mission to illuminate the path to inner calm, humanity's gateway to profound strength and spiritual grace.